What in the hell did we just watch, Scarlett?
I forgot the name of it.
You forgot.
Yeah.
Well, a lot did happen.
Yeah.
A lot did happen.
My brain is still scrambled.
That'll do it. After an hour and 20 minutes of that. So, let me set this up. So, I work for a particular streaming company, and I get calls about stuff when certain things don't work and need to help. One of these shows people were calling about having the wrong language is a Spanish show called 30 Coins, which apparently just had its second season come on this year with Paul Giamatti. But it's a Spanish show out there in Spain, and that's about all I knew about it, was telling people that, hey, your language is fine, it's just Spanish. It's a Spanish show. And then I saw some things about it, and I read some things about it, and I'm like, what the hell is this show? So I decided, hey, let's, you and me watch the first episode of this thing, just to see what happens, right? Because we don't want to jump... we did watch the first episode of True Detective, but not a whole lot happened, so we're gonna wait.
Yeah.
We're gonna wait before jumping into that.
They give it, it's very slow, and it's very, aesthetics and stuff like that.
But we don't need to talk about it right now.
Yeah.
Remember, we're waiting on that one.
Yeah.
Plus, anybody listening probably doesn't want to listen to just True Detective talk.
Yeah.
So we watched this thing, which could not be more different, and oh my God!
Yeah. It was crazy.
So, when we say could not be more different, I mean in everything. It's supposed to be like a mystery thriller, but also it's a horror show. But unlike other mystery thrillers where they're like slow burns, this thing is, what if everything happened? Now, mind you, there are two complete seasons of this show, and we just watched episode 1. So much shit happens.
Yeah.
So much shit, and they don't explain any of it.
Yeah.
In fact, if you don't watch the intro, you probably don't know what the 30 coins are.
Yeah, I didn't know what that is, because I'm not religious.
30 coins, the 30 pieces of silver that they paid Judas for betraying Jesus, which they got wrong in the intro. It's very weird.
Yeah.
They got it completely wrong. They didn't pay Judas when he got crucified. They paid Judas before anything happened so he would betray Jesus.
Yeah.
But and then there's a whole intro where he hangs himself and stuff, and it's all weird. But they in the intro, they killed Jesus, and then the guards come up and pay Judas in front of Jesus hanging on the cross. It's that's not what happened. Also, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
But there's it's religious horror.
Yeah.
Which you think might be a little subtle, it is not subtle. Nothing about this show is subtle.
Okay.
However, doesn't mean it's not creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I was about to say, okay, I don't like religious movies or shows or whatever, but this is pretty good because it's horror based. It's they're taking this story, this original story that's religious, whatever, right? But then they're making all these spooky things happen around these people, or around the story.
The first thing that happens is this dude walks into a bank and starts murking people for no reason, seemingly randomly, and then gets into the safety deposit box and steals a silver coin, which is one of the coins that they gave to Judas. Then he gets in this car that's wrapped in plastic, and then the guy pulls a necklace off him and he just falls dead. Because I guess the charm on the necklace was the only thing keeping him alive. And then he takes the coin. This guy is also dressed in a priest's outfit. And we're like, oh, okay. And then we get the intro. It's well, that was crazy. But that's usually your crazy cold open. You think the rest of this hour and 20-minute episode is going to be a lot slower. Nope. Right into a cow giving birth to a baby.
Yep.
A human baby.
A baby.
All right.
Did they even name this baby?
Spider baby.
No, they never in the whole situation they were freaking out obviously because it was
we didn't have time to name this baby,
but they never named the baby. It was just the baby, literally
we didn't have time to name this baby.
Like,
holy fucking shit.
well, even the mom who, like, or the lady who was taking care of the baby, she, like, referred to him as the baby, not, like, by his name. There's no name for the baby.
Yeah, they didn't have time. This went over the course of 2 days, Scarlett.
I know.
They didn't have time. So anyway, yeah, baby cow thing. Whatever. Then we go to found this carpenter also named Jesus, who is an asshole.
Yeah.
Asshole. Also, did you remember seeing like the buckets of blood?
Yeah, he was like...
And they never talked about what that was?
It was like dead animals and stuff, and he was like draining them of their blood.
All right.
It was like meat on the table.
I didn't remember seeing that part. I just saw the buckets of blood, and I was like, I thought it was gonna play in it somehow. And it's like, oh, we think it's your daughter was trying to play off a pregnancy or something, and we switched it out. They switched out the calf or something because they had this theory that this cow didn't actually give birth to a baby, because that would be nuts. Which true.
Yeah.
Even though we all saw it happen.
Yeah.
And there were lots and lots of witnesses. Oh, but it's not on the video, so someone switched it out, or blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So then we get to them talking here, and then the girl's water breaks, which means that she's still pregnant.
Yeah.
She didn't have the baby yet, but she was hiding it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we thought, oh, she's going to give birth to a calf. That's going to be the thing, and it's going to be witchcraft, Satan, and all that. Guess what? That didn't happen yet.
Okay, so I thought it was gonna go a different way. I thought these like teenagers and these kids were like practicing like some kind of witchcraft or something, and that's why the cow gave birth to the baby. I thought it was gonna go in that direction. Like it's a mystery. Like,
I mean, it's a mystery.
Well, okay, so you know.
Well, we know for sure the devil is definitely involved.
Well, when that girl who was like the barista or whatever, she came up and she was like, "Hey, my friend is missing," or blah blah blah, or we haven't seen her in a week or whatever. I lost my train of thought. Oh no! Oh, sorry.
We've already gone past that.
I didn't mean to spook you, but no, it reminded me of the X-Files game with the twin sisters. I thought it was gonna go.
Oh, you thought it'd be like that?
Yeah.
No. This show ain't got time for bullshit like that.
It does not. It does not.
We go there. They had the baby. Jesus threatens to kill the mayor. Oh yeah, the mayor of this little village in Spain is also there. Look.
He's a gay boy. That's who he is.
A lot.
He dresses weird.
Wow, you're just profiling people.
He does. He dresses like a gay dude.
He doesn't dress weird.
Also, he
dresses like a Spaniard.
I mean, also he tells his wife nothing, like barely anything, and he's like.
But then his wife starts acting creepy. For like a second, she starts stalking him for like a second.
Well, when she laid in bed and she like woke up. And she just like laid there. I was like, "Oh, that's creepy." What?
But he's acting weird because of an election. But that doesn't matter. That's plot that you think is going to be important.
No.
That we're going to get into maybe. Nah, we ain't got time for that shit. Because remember that baby that's only 2 days old at most. Yeah. We go visit it again to see because randomly the husband of this mother. Because they needed someone to take care of the baby, and there was this old woman who was like, I'll do it, because it turns out, according to her husband, they lost a child when he was 2 years old. He died.
Yeah, it's very sad.
And she's been kind of wrecked ever since. They've been trying for like what?
You forgot the part before that. Oh wait, no.
No, we're getting to that.
Okay.
This is before we ever see the baby again. Yeah. Oh wait, you mean? Oh wait, no, you mean
the scene, the roof scene?
Oh yeah, so then
I thought that happened before.
So then there's this crazy guy.
Oh wait, it does happen before.
So let's back up. But they do give it to this person, but then they go and talk to the priest about the weird cow baby thing. Like, is this witchcraft? And he's like, no, it's bullshit. Also, this priest is bald-headed and has a long beard and is also Rambo, because in his spare time, he's, like, beating up a punching bag, and then also he's filled his church with guns.
Yeah,
just
which is also...
secret guns.
Which is also, I think, against the rules, too. Like, you're not allowed to have guns in churches, or at least that's what my mom told me.
You're never allowed to have secret guns. He opens up this cave at one point in time, and it's like the Bat Cave full of guns.
Well,
you're not allowed
you're not. Well, I don't know the laws, especially in Texas or in Spain, but You're not allowed to like conceal carry in a church either. Like even if you have like your whatever,
you can.
your license or your training or whatever.
Not really supposed to open carry, but you can.
Or open carry or concealed carry or whatever. I'm like I don't know.
Scarlett, it doesn't matter. This is Spain.
My mother told me that. I don't know if it's true or not.
Scarlett, it doesn't matter. We're in Spain, and it is a secret armory.
My mother told me that it was. Oh my god.
Scarlett, why would it matter about concealed carry when he's hiding guns in an armory behind?
I don't know.
Obviously, that is very illegal. Also, they're machine guns. That's not legal.
Okay, this kid.
So yeah, there's this crazy kid. He like lives in a cave or something. Don't worry about that. It doesn't matter. Yeah. He like hears the voice of God or something. So he goes and snatches this baby, takes it up on top of the bell tower, rings the bell so everybody shows up, and he threatens to drop it off the bell tower. But then they stop him like, no, and he's like, the baby is of Satan or something. You'll regret this, blah, blah, blah. Gives the baby back, and he goes, this is for you or some bullshit. Jumps off the bell tower and just nails this van. I mean, he is dead, except they go and check his vitals. Not dead. He's totally fine.
Also, he's like... Well, he's also, like, dangling this baby over this roof, which also, like, he's, like, shaking this baby, like, by the foot. And
he was going to kill it. He didn't care.
And then he was, like, reading its rites or something like that.
Giving it last rites. That's what the Catholics do.
Yeah, like the prayers or whatever. And then they said he was doing something about an exorcism or trying to do an exorcism.
You can't exorcise a demon from a demon. It's weird.
I don't know. Like, I thought that's what they said that he was doing.
Look, a lot got lost because they gave up on that plot line once shit starts going nuts.
Yeah, and then...
So then they give it back to this woman who lost a kid and has never been able to have one again, blah, blah, blah. So she's like, this is my baby, I'm going to keep it.
Yeah.
They go and visit her to see how the baby's doing because they investigated the priest and turns out he used to be an exorcist and he went to prison for a botched exorcism where a kid had a heart attack and died. It's very, very sad. Blah, 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 blah. But forget about that because we sure did for a second. Yeah. Forget about that because we go to visit the baby. It is only 2 days. This baby has grown to be about 5 feet tall now. It's taller than the woman that's taking care of it, and it looks like a demon. I mean, it is scary looking. And it's like it's 5 feet tall, but still has like baby proportions. Yeah. It's fucking scary. It looks awful, and the woman's not freaking out, but she's obviously crazy. But the husband, who is supposed to be more sane because he brought people in, is like, you got to stop her, do this. He's just looking at it like this is normal. It's like, yep, totally normal. 5 foot, 2-day-old baby, and nothing. The person there's like, we get the fuck out of here. Nobody will believe him, blah, 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 take them or blah, blah. So then, finally, after the mayor does a bunch of shit about the election or whatever.
Yeah. What? Well, there's this, like, the scene that really got me was, like, when she walked in the room and the father, like, pointed at the room and, like, it's like a fort. They, like, made a little fort or something like that. And then the baby, like, walks out of the shadows and it's like walking like a baby. But it's
scary as fuck.
It looks like a little toddler at first, but then when it walks out, and then
it's taller than the cradle.
Yeah, it's like, well, I thought the woman was kneeling down, and that's why the baby was as tall as her. I didn't realize.
No, like, it's taller than her.
And well, you said something, and I was like, that baby's taller than her. Yeah, it was huge, and it had like a demon face going on.
Yeah. So then we leave, and then we try to go get the mayor, because for some reasons about the mayor, you gotta go see this baby, blah, blah, blah. Somehow we get him there. There's something else that happens, but it doesn't fucking matter.
Oh, the father, the old guy, he gets stabbed. This lady stabs him with needle.
Oh, yeah, she stabs the absolute shit out of him.
Yeah, and throws him down the stairs.
And then we tell the mayor, oh, we gotta go, and so finally I'll go visit. And then it jump cuts and he's holding a hoe, but like this is before we ever see anything. I'm like, why is he holding like a weapon? And then we look in the windows and there's spider webs everywhere.
Well, they're made out of
but they're made of yarn.
Yeah,
and there's something hanging in there.
And they're like covered in blood.
Oh yeah, the woman was feeding the baby organs. That's what she was doing.
Yeah, we don't know if it was the dad's organs or.
It was before she killed the dad, so she was somebody's organs.
She was like killing something because she was like covered in blood. We don't know if it was like animal or if it's a person.
But that's neither here nor there. Now our entire house is like a big spider nest made of yarn. And we go in there, and of course her dead husband's hung up and spun up like a spider in yarn. And then they fight her, and then they lose.
She
They lose
flippin' stabs the
real
mayor
hard.
with like scissors and
Stabs
throws him
the
down
shit
the
out of
stairs.
him.
Yeah.
So then the priest and the police are already on their way. We don't know why.
Yeah, for some
No
reason.
one called them.
Maybe they called them on the way.
Or
Like, we
maybe
just
the
didn't see
priest
that
knows
part.
more than we think he's letting on. And I think he was like, we got to get this shit. So they all show up. There's like 3 cops. And then there's a showdown where the woman is stronger than everybody. Straight up kicks a dude 30 feet out the door.
Oh, I thought she just smacked him. And, like,
No, she kicks him. He like disappears.
Oh.
He never comes back. Then she beats up the priest. Then there's 2 other cops staring at her with guns, refuse to do anything. Finally, they shoot her until they knock her out. I thought she was dead, but no. She also hung up the mayor
in the yarn.
Yeah. Sarcophagus cocoon thing,
Yeah.
and then they get him down, and for whatever reason decide to put the victim in the same ambulance.
Oh, yeah.
As the
What
person
the
that's
heck?
trying to murder.
Yeah.
And then, of course, she wakes up and shit goes bad, but not in the way you think, because she calls her son. And it's like, what do you mean? Because the baby escaped and left its skin on the ground, which is really weird.
Yeah. It was gross.
This baby has now turned into a
Oh,
giant
wait.
scorpion baby bigger than an ambulance.
Wait. You forgot the part where the priest guy, he was upstairs and he was sitting there.
Yeah, and they were
she
talking about it.
He was like gaslighting her the whole time about
She picks
how
up the skin. Like, what is this? Like, what do you think it is? Like, looks like some fucking skin.
and he's like, oh, what, you think it turned into a monster and crawled out the window? And he looks up at the window that's open. It's got like slime
And we're
on it.
immediately like, well, maybe it did. I don't know. And then the show doesn't give you any time to think maybe before a giant scorpion monster attacks this ambulance.
It's like crawling on the street too.
It's
like
terrifying.
Yeah, it's scary.
Imagine a scorpion made of baby. That's what it looks like. It's horrific, and for whatever reason has its head inside of like these giant jaws. It's really
Yeah.
oh god, it's
And it's got like hooves or something like that. Like its feet are weird.
and so then the weird mother gets out and she's like, I gotta go chase down Father whatever his name is to the church to where they have a showdown, and it's just. And, well, they kind of beat the shit out of each other for a bit, and this girl hides, blah, 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 and then he just unloads, and then tries to claim that it was blanks. I just knocked her out. I don't know why he's lying to everybody all of a sudden. But no, he just blew her away. And then, which also he's like, no, this is fake, it's all in your mind. When, like, pews went through windows and stuff at Fort you can't fake the property damage, dude. Like, that happened. People are gonna notice that there's, like, holes in the wall.
Yeah.
Then the scorpion baby shows up. There's, like, a totem thing they destroy, and then it fucks off into a well for some reason.
Yeah.
Which is really weird.
Yep.
And then the episode ends.
Yeah.
No questions were answered. We don't know what the baby's deal is. We don't know what this has to do with Satan or any of that. All we know is the coins are Judas coins.
Yeah. Also, okay, so in the hospital, that kid that jumped off the building thing, he was like awake and talking too.
Oh yeah, but he didn't really tell us anything.
No, he was like seeing it and stuff.
Oh yeah, and he was like moving and stuff despite falling. What is that, like 100?
He's like, all right.
Oh, they're like 200 feet to the ground. Ugh.
Yeah, and the priest like was questioning him and whatnot, and obviously or whatever.
They might not have sense, but apparently they have great medical care.
Yeah, I guess.
They will put you in the same ambulance as the person that tried to straight up murk you.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, if you make it to the hospital, you're gonna be
They
fine.
didn't even cuff her to like the gurney or anything, because like sometimes
Sure
they
didn't.
do that to people.
Sure didn't.
But they didn't do that to her. Ugh. Oh my goodness.
She'd killed 2 people.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know if that one guy died, but we know the one dude did.
Yeah.
He was kind of hanging in the house.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
So yeah, if that sounds insane and hard to follow, It's like, man, it must make more sense over an hour and 20 minutes. No. There's more stuff that happens, but we just forgot.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure there's more. I just can't think of it right now.
It's not important because craziness happened. The whole shootout in the church and shit.
Yeah.
And that's the first episode of 16.
Oh, there's 16 episodes?
Well, there's 2 seasons of 8 episodes.
Oh.
So it's like, all of which are an hour long, and where do we go from here? Because it's only going to get crazier.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good show. I want to watch it. It's so good. I like it.
You'd think we'd understand more with there being subtitles so you can actually read it.
Yeah,
I understand less.
Yeah, there's no...
I think I would know exactly as much as I know if I had watched it with no subtitles.
Yeah. It was pretty crazy. Ugh.
That demon thing was fucked up. I did not.
That was scary. That was a cool monster.
I was not expecting
design.
scorpion spider demon.
Well,
in this show.
Yeah, the face like came out of its jaws or something like that, or like it had teeth around its face, and its face like moved out of the thing because it was screaming at the girl. Which I don't know why it didn't just kill her.
She had the totem in her hand.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because he was like, go after the totem, so she got the totem and started taking it apart.
That was weird.
We're not sure why that totem works. We're not sure why any of this happened.
Yeah.
Because none of it is explained. We didn't even get like a background like there's this cult that believes this or that. No. Shit just happened and you deal with it and you move on with your life. Yeah. That girl is in the hospital pregnant.
Oh yeah, she's still pregnant.
She's still in labor while the world's going nuts outside.
I was about to say, oh, she's still pregnant and she's still pregnant and it's been 2 days or whatever. But I'm like, that makes sense. You could be in labor for
I was
a really
expecting
long time.
like the final shot of this thing to be like a hoof coming out of her or something.
Yeah.
But no, I might be completely wrong about that. I was for sure. I was like, oh, the baby's there, but then the calf's in her. Oh, no. Yeah. Apparently she's just pregnant too.
Well, it may pop up in a later episode.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I didn't think this thing was going to go as hard as it did, so I thought that was going to be the crazy gross out thing. No, that would have happened. That would have been like, yeah, okay. After we saw whatever the fuck that was that just happened.
Yeah, no. This is crazy.
That was insane.
Yeah. I don't know what the heck that was, but I want to watch the second episode. We're not going to do that tonight. But
15 more episodes. Chat. I don't know what is going to happen.
It's crazy.
Apparently there's some demon shit happening.
Yeah, like, ugh.
It made you believe it was going to be slow for a second.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's like, oh no, city politics. Nah, fuck that. Guess what?
Nope. We don't have time for politics.
Time to throw this baby off a bell tower.
We don't have time for politics, bitch. There's demons everywhere.
And I didn't learn a damn thing. I don't know what's happening other than it's happened. Apparently that scorpion baby's still on the loose. It's just in the well.
Oh,
yeah. It didn't die. It just ran off.
And the woman ran off. She didn't die either.
No, he shot her and picked her up. Carried her off somewhere.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was like, wait. I was thinking the ambulance scene where she ran off.
She dead.
Oh, she's dead?
Probably. I don't.
Where did he
She'll
hide
probably
her?
She'll probably be back. Shh. Don't. Shh. that's where he hit her. Yeah. Shut up. That's.
Like, he literally just picked her up and walked off with her, and then we don't know where she is.
I think part of the show is it's going to be so crazy that many of the questions will be left unanswered because you'll just not care.
Yeah. And, like, he came back, and he was like, the girl was like, oh, where's Carmen, or whatever, like, you know, and he's like, oh, in the sanctuary thing, or the, whatever it's called, it's not a sanctuary, it's something else. But he was like, she's in there, she's resting, you know, blah, blah, you know, and...
No, she's not. You unloaded.
Yeah.
And they just gaslight each other. Oh, it didn't happen. None of this happened. It's like, bitch, a fucking scorpion monster just attacked me.
Yeah.
What scorpion monster? Fuck you.
Yeah, he's like, literally, like, gaslighting her this whole flipping time.
Even though he
God.
explained to her what he had to do this whole time. Because before he tries to tell her none of it's real,
Yeah.
they went into his armor and he's like, we got to use special bullets. That's why the other bullets
Yeah.
didn't kill her. It's like, what are you doing?
And like, he was saying like, oh, back when I was in, I think he was talking about the Middle East or something.
Yeah, he said he was in the Holy Land, Israel.
Yeah, he was like, oh, I saw a soldier like take a whole bunch of bullets and then he killed like so many people or whatever. It was like 6 people or something like that.
Yeah,
So
he said
many
adrenaline will make you do something. And it just kind of stops. I'm like, dude, that wasn't adrenaline. Like,
I'm like, dude.
Also, what about the part where she like flew?
Yeah.
Remember where she like picked herself up, she levitated off the
Yeah.
floor?
I was like, what the fuck?
I thought he was going to go in a different direction. It's like, I saw some shit in the Holy Land, man. You wouldn't believe. No, he says a pretty plausible event of a soldier on adrenaline.
Well, yeah, that
I'm like,
can't happen.
I was like, yeah, that's not that big of a deal, dude, compared
Yeah.
to the... Did you see the scorpion?
Did you see her like pick herself up like that?
Remember when she picked you up and slammed your head against the wall about 5
yeah.
or 6 times?
And then she kicked she slapped that dude that across the thing, and he like flew. I'm like, what the fuck? What?
And then made all them spider webs and hung her husband up and
But then also
sucked his blood.
Oh yeah. But then also she was like talking to him. She was like talking to him like, she was like talking like a demon or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
She was just, like talking about the coin or whatever. They wanted the coin, the demons or whatever.
What if we watch this whole show and they never answer a single...
Yeah.
Like it never... Like, there is no time.
But my whole thing is, like, she literally, when she was talking to him, she brought up... Huh?
Like, lost.
Oh, yeah. She brought up the fact of the kid that he killed during the exorcism thing and talked about the coin being it being from hell or whatever. And then he responded and he was like, if it
wasn't meant to be there then
Yeah.
or something.
Whatever. And then, like, he responded to that. Like, and he still doesn't believe or whatever.
He knows
like,
more than he's letting on. There's
Yeah.
There's something else going on.
Yeah, because that makes me irritated.
120. An hour and 20 minutes of setup.
Yeah.
But what's weird, even though it's all set up, there's no real exposition because we don't know what's going on or why.
It just kind of throws you into there.
You never got a long ago back in the only reason you even know what the 30 coins are is because of the intro to the credits.
Yeah, I was about to say
the credits of the
Exodus.
show
Yeah.
is all in the intro where they do all this stuff about Jesus. It's
the
like
exposition is the Jesus thing.
like if you got up to go to the restroom because it's like, oh, it's just the intro to the show, you would have no idea what these 30 coins are because I thought at some point in time there was going to be what are these coins? And the priest was going to be like, well, in the story of, back in, if you read Matthew or the New Testament or whatever, no, that never happens. Not once. It's like, in fact, what he says is, it's just a piece of metal. It's worthless.
Yeah.
I'm like, bitch, it's a silver coin. Silver's worth a lot of money. This show is insane.
This is an interesting show. I really like it.
So much happened. Definitely changed the pace from True Detective.
Oh, yeah. Different pacing. Yeah.
In fact, look, we've watched multiple episodes of the X-Files, which were once we get about halfway through season 1, then we'll do it. I think
those are kind of crazy.
Since there are so many episodes, I think we'll break it up like that. Otherwise, we'll be doing this for 20 years. But holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, we're about 5 or 6 episodes now, and in those 6 hours, less has happened than in this 1 hour of this show. So much craziness, and it's not like it's bad either. It's not like it's bad and doesn't make sense. Like, I'm hyped. I want to watch the rest of this shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Which I guess it would be like if you were a bystander. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
A giant scorpion monster just ate that guy. And that asshole paramedic. He wasn't even a paramedic, he was just a cop.
Yo, yeah.
He's like, don't stop trying to use your phone. Here, I'll just throw it here. God. There's no way for us to describe this show without you watching it. So if you're interested, go watch it, and then you'll understand. Like, this is all the energy because we just watched it, and we're like, if there's anything that deserves a podcast, it's this thing. Because holy shit, this thing was incredible. Just insanity.
The writing is interesting.
The lack of.
Well, the writing is good.
They only write the first part. They don't ever finish it.
It's crazy.
They don't even finish their own questions.
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh God, this show's incredible.
Yeah.
This is good. This is gonna be a fun ride.
Yeah.
Definitely balances out from the seriousness of True Detective.
Yo, yeah.
Versus, well, I would say this is unserious. It's not funny. I know that. There were no moments of levity. That was a ride.
Yeah.
And apparently, it just gets crazier and more violent from there. And I can't wait to see what crazy bullshit this show has to offer.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Woo, Merry Christmas. Uh-oh. What happened on the phone? Why are you acting like this, phone? Oh, there we go.